Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the official 90s Babies podcast brought to you by 80s, 90s, and 2000s Vibes. Today, we are so excited. We are here with Queen, our girl. We are so excited. Sonny Kiss, formerly of AEW. You know her from there, but there's so much more to her, and we're going to dig into that today. Self-proclaimed nostalgia queen, and we are living. First of all, I have to shout out the shirt publicly. We are living for the shirt. Fan mail. One of the greatest albums from one of the greatest groups of all time. Love it.
25 years ago this year, I think, fan mail was.
Oh my gosh. Is that...
Or is it 24 years ago, I think. Fan mail was February 99. So yeah, 24 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. That is... Oof.
Damn, we're old.
Yeah, we're getting there.
I am weak, but it's crazy because it's like those memes that you see, like it's like 20 years ago will always be 1987 or whatever it says. It's like that is just going farther and farther back, and it's crazy. I can't believe it.
Yeah, it's time has been flying.
I cannot. So we are here today. We have not yet had the privilege to talk about 2000s nostalgia. We definitely we call ourselves the 90s babies, and I mean we're open to talk about anything, but today we definitely want to hit on growing up in the 2000s and what that was like, because even from 2000 to today, just as you said, it's been 24 years since 1999, 2000. So much has changed since then. So I just want to start off with what would you say for you? What makes you nostalgic? What is your most nostalgic or fond memory?
Honestly, it's like I feel it every day. Like every day, whether music comes on, it's even the stuff that I watch. Like I consistently watch the old reality shows. I watch I Love New York. Like I rewatch
yes.
all the time.
Yes. I love it.
Ratchet TV when it first started.
Yes.
I love it.
I still watch all of that stuff to this day. I am always watching like the old MTV like stuff, watch Fear Factor, like all like the really, really fun stuff. Like I like to watch a lot of interviews. Like a lot of like the old MTV interviews, like You Got Mail and stuff like that. And I always got Aaliyah or somebody on my TV. So yeah, it's just constant nostalgia. But I just wish I was able to appreciate it more as an adult, because like in that era, because like I feel like I was a child and everything was just, time was just going and going and it felt great. But like now, obviously that's why it's called nostalgia, because you think back to those wonderful fond memories and it's just it hits different.
Yes, absolutely. I've always said that I wish that I could be still a 90s baby, but like of my mindset now, like you said, like appreciate it. Like if I was my age now, then like I would be at Aaliyah's concerts, I would be at her meet and greets, I would be taking pictures with her, like oh my gosh, right at TRL, 106 and Park, all of that. Like
I
had a discussion too the other day with someone, because they were like I love Beyonce and I love Renaissance. Like Renaissance is a great album, but my favorite Beyonce albums are like her first three. And people always say like, why? Like Renaissance is her best album. And I'm like, Renaissance is a fantastic album, but it's not my personal favorite.
Yes.
My personal favorite is Dangerously in Love. My personal favorite is
Dangerously in Love. Yes. That's a great album. Yes.
And they probably the nostalgia thing. I don't know. Maybe, but I just think that's more my vibe, more my sound, more just all that's more me. So.
If you have to pick, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, Quay. If you have to pick a favorite song from Dangerously in Love, what are you going with?
Oh, it depends on the day.
Okay, the mood. Yes, I'm with you.
I love Hip Hop Star. It's one of my favorites. Hip Hop Star.
Yes.
I love Speechless. I love Yes. I love That's How You Like It. It depends on the day. It depends on the day.
Yes, I'm with you.
That album was the
lit. Be With You used to be on repeat.
Oh, Be With You, yes.
On my CD walk.
Oh my gosh, Walkman. See, yes.
Yes. I used to be on my field trips on like this on the bus or whatever, heading to wherever we were going. And I used to have the Dangerously in Love album and Ashanti's Chapter 2. I would have both the CDs.
Chapter 2,
yes. I would have both the CDs in my little book bag, and I would, changes them every now and then. And oh my goodness, iconic. Yes.
Okay, honey. So listen, so R&B vibes all day. That's me and Quay. We
For sure.
obviously we love
Yes,
R&B. So
yes.
so Ashanti, Beyonce, Quay knows where I'm going. You're not gonna throw in A. Marie. You're not gonna throw her in there. I love A. Marie. So
Me
all
too.
I have
Love her.
2002. Well,
Yes.
Touch is also like touches everything. One thing
Whew,
is
Touch is the bomb.
yes. But for me, nostalgia is like I think of All I Have because that was the first album I think where my mindset was like of our mindset now, like you were aware, you're in it. I was falling in love. Aaliyah just passed away and I loved her. So I remember my dad, rest in peace to my father, he is where I get my music love from. And he had, the way that our living room sits is behind our couch. He had his whole collection. I mean, bookshelves full of CDs. And I was like, okay, Aaliyah CDs are mine now. So I took the Aaliyah CDs, put them in my collection. And, but the first CD that I ever bought was A. Marie. Well, excuse me, that my mom bought for me because at 12, of course I didn't have money, but I just remember seeing her. I remember she had that all white outfit, the white booty shorts, and she had that beautiful, ponytail when she was just walking the streets. And I just remember Why Don't We Fall in Love? And it was summer. So that for me is just like, I think of her and Ashanti came out the same year. I think of Tweet, love Tweet.
Yeah.
Gosh, who else? Just
Southern Hummingbird was a bomb album too. I just watched the Finding this whole series on BET. I just watched Tweets the other day. I was like, wow, like you never know what goes on behind the scenes for these artists because we're just like fans and we're thinking that they're like on top of the world making this wonderful music. And and Tweet was the bomb. I'm glad you threw Tweet in there. Yeah, she deserves her flowers.
She is so unsung. Like her voice, shout out to Missy Elliott because she is just everything to me. And she just finds the most talented people. And Tweet is just somebody that you know how like you have the Whitney Houston style, which love Whitney Houston, but Tweet is somebody that she can sing with just as much conviction without shouting. Like her voice is just so powerful and the tone. I love Tweet. Listen, we could go on and on about Tweet. I love her.
That whole time frame, like from like 02 to 05, you had so many, especially like the female R&B artists that were just dishing out hot records back to back to back. And even like some underrated ones too. Like I feel like the Isis album was so good and it came out with the single Day and Night. And I feel like it should have just blown up so much more. Yes.
I should have known.
Always on my mind. Yeah. Listen, you are my soul sister. Oh my gosh, Isis. Come on, dance moves.
Right. But I feel like y'all missing a few though. What about LaToya Luckett?
Oh, yes, LaToya. Yes.
LaToya Luckett, I definitely had her album. And
Angel should have been hot too. Angel, their group, LaToya's
group
yes.
When she went from Destiny's Child to Angel, yes.
Yep.
No, you're so right, girl. No, I agree with you.
But my favorite that we left out is always going to be Usher Confessions.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I think that's the best-selling album of the 2000s. I think it is. I think it's
did it just go? I mean, I can't remember the statistics, but I remember Diamond. But did it?
It went Diamond, yeah. No, it went Diamond a while ago. Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay, I must be thinking of a different certification. Something just recently went Diamond.
And it blocked Demita Gel from going to #1.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, I think like there was a lot that went into that. Obviously, we can get into a whole crazy fiasco of why the album didn't sell as it should. But I think that Janet could have if she had the promotion. But
that album, that album, it wasn't my favorite album, but Janet is Janet. So I mean, she could sing. She's sing the phone book. Yes, she could sing anything. And people knock her voice. So now that we're talking about Janet, we got to talk about it.
Let's get into it. The queen. This is my queen. Janet is my queen.
Honey,
everybody has like Beyonce. Everybody has their queens. Like Beyonce is 100% a queen. I love her too. But Janet is my personal, like my #1 musical idol. Janet.
Yes, because Janet is the mother of all of that. Like there would be no Beyonce without Janet, like Janet is the quintessential pop star. Like there would be no Britney, there would be no Christina, there would be none of that without Janet. And I just have to specifically talk about the critics that talk about her voice. There are different styles of voices and Janet has a beautiful melodic. Like I love her voice. And honey, who can sing and dance fully, you know, the dancing that she does, nobody can do that. So
Yeah.
I stand Janet. I love her. I love her.
And just being able to like cross different genres and transcend
Yes.
music and culture and race and
Yes.
talking about several different kinds of topics. And the Velvet Rope album helped me out a lot during some really trying times. So
yes,
Janet is definitely, I hold her in very, very, very high.
Yes, you have to give her credit for, she's a trendsetter, not just a trendsetter in this sense of fashion and all of that, but like that album particularly, the topics that she hit on was nobody, you know what I'm saying? She went so deep. Like she talked about age, she talked about God, I mean, she talked about everything. Like, man, that album, I have to listen to that album again because I love it. That might be my favorite Janet album, actually, now that we're talking about Janet. That it's a mixture of that and Janet.
So hard to get. Like
it's hard. Favorite. It's hard. Yes.
That also depends on what I'm feeling in the day as well. And I don't know, because Rhythm Nation was my favorite for a while, and then Velvet Rope became my favorite. I love All For You too. People give that album, you know.
Oh, that's a great album too.
I love All For You. All For You was it's the album that has, it was like the consistency of it was just really, really fun because it was like very genre different, like genre bending and like very unique. And I love it.
Someone to Call My Lover is my bop. Like I play that before I go out. Like it puts me in the mood. Like, am I going to meet him tonight? And then it doesn't happen. I'm like, I feel like it's possible. Janet made it possible.
Like that song just makes you think like springtime and
really,
really just like got your windows down and you're cruising down the highway. That's the vibe. Yeah. So
Yes. So listen, I'm all over the place, so excuse me. Because
no, me too. I'm the same way.
Listen, you threw out so many names and I got so excited. I have to go back to ISIS for a second because nobody ever remembers ISIS. So Quay, I was just about to say, Quay does not remember ISIS. Now, do you remember Single for the Rest of My Life? You at least have to remember that song. Okay, that's ISIS.
Written by Candy from Escape.
Yes.
I don't know why I thought that was Cherish.
No, they
I love Cherish too, though.
Yes, I love them too. Yes, I could see the similarities. They are like what, 4 years apart, I think. Cherish came out in like 2006-ish, I believe. 2005-ish. Yeah, somewhere in there.
I think Do It To It, the single came out 2005. I think the album came out in 2006, I think.
They're somebody else, like their melodies and harmonies and just they have like the Do It To It is a good bop, but then they have like the ballads too that just put you in your feels.
The girl groups overall during that time, like we can talk about all of them, like 702, Rest in Peace Irish.
Rest in Peace
Irish. I love 702, 3LW. We got Black. Black was incredible.
Black, love them.
Brownstone. You can keep going on. Obviously, that's Destiny's Child, TLC. You know, got Mocha. And then we have Electric Red, who kind of round out the 90s. Like they were like, later on in the 90s. I think Electric Red they do not get the credit they deserve for being the predecessors for the style that we're seeing, you know, in music right now. The styling, like the mixture of genres, like the boldness, the unconventional style. I think Electric Red is so underrated.
Yes, they're the dream, correct?
I never heard anybody say that one.
Oh yeah,
I like Electric Red being underrated. Girl, listen to How to Be a Lady Volume 1. You won't regret it. That album is so good. So good.
Their style, for sure. Their style is definitely like upped girl groups. And so that was the Dreams group, correct? Okay, yes.
They all started out as backup dancers. They all were backup dancing for Usher, I think, at the time. And then they brought on Naomi. Naomi is actually the executive producer for that show, G's to Gents.
Oh.
So they all became really good friends and then, you know, formed a singing group.
Speaking of them, I think of Rich Girl because I remember like the producers, the songwriters creating the groups. I love Rich Harrison. Obviously, I love A-Marie. So I love the beats. I think of Rich Girl. I think of He Ain't With Me Now, though. That beat is like one of my favorite beats ever.
Which one?
I think it was their first single. It was He Ain't With Me Now, though. Do you remember that song?
Yeah.
Yes, that hard-hitting beat. Like, it's just,
Rich was in his bag. Like,
Ooh,
oh my goodness. Then you got Take This Ring. Oh,
yes. Oh,
yeah,
yes.
Take This Ring
Tony
by Tony
Braxton.
Braxton. Yeah.
Yes.
That was a good one. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Tamar in the background.
Ooh, y'all, I am definitely
Oh.
gonna have to listen up because I do not remember half of these songs. I'm like, what song is that?
A
Where
lot
the
of these people,
I must
a
be
lot of
living
these
under a
people
rock.
flew under the radar. Like they were
Yeah.
underrated. They, you
I
know,
think
they weren't
Tony
around.
Braxton's Libra album, wasn't
Mhm.
really like what she wanted to be. I think it was another great album that just kind of went under the radar, like you said. Yeah,
I'm
just
like, were they on
the
106
promotion.
Park? Because
But I know the reason why.
Mhm.
I think Cherish, Chingy, Janice Demita Joe. They were the album. The label was merging at the time.
Yeah.
So I think that a lot of their singles got cut and the promotion got cut for the album.
Yeah.
So I think that's why a lot of them kind of came out with great songs, but it didn't really do as well. There's a lot that went on.
Yeah, because also at that point, Tony was with Blackground and their history. Yes.
We know what happened there.
So I'm just curious to know, what are y'all top 10 2000 songs?
Ooh.
That's so hard. All right.
Because I already know mine.
You start then. You start.
Okay, my number 10, because I'm going to start from 10 to first. So my number 10 would have to be Holla Back Girl, Gwen Stefani. I love that. That was my theme song. That was my MySpace song. That was everything to me. So
okay. That's a good one. So now you want us to go with our number 10. Look.
Number 10.
Yep.
Mine can't be in chronological order because I just honestly I'm just not gonna work like that. Because I love way too many artists. I love so much different kinds of music. It's really tough, but I don't know. It's hard to pick my top 10. But you go ahead.
Okay, well, at least pick one.
Yeah.
I can pick I can start with one that like I could say would be like a number 10 because it's not like my favorite, but I think it defines like the era of the 2000s, and that's going to be the girl group Dream, He Loves Me Not. Or He Loves You Not. Or I could be mixing up. Yeah, I could be mixing up the title.
That's a good one.
That's a song for me that it reminds me of like when I was coming into my adolescence. I was of course, like we talked about Aaliyah passing away and Amerie, like how I got my mind like, you know, just being aware of my surroundings. And I remember that song came out and not knowing their background as a child at the time, I remember just having the hip hop R&B elements to the single. It had the cute little, you know, the nursery rhyme type of what am I trying to say, chorus. And I just loved the song. So I really was a fan of Dream. I feel like they're often forgotten about. They had a second album that it didn't come out, I think, officially, and they had a song with Loon that I loved that song. So I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say Dream.
I like that album too. I'm gonna say Sleepin' by B2K. Yes, I like a lot of non-singles. Like there's so many like people always go like, oh my god, what is this? I'm just like, you don't listen to albums. Like I listen to a lot of albums. Like so I like really, really get into the deep cuts. And I love Sleepin' because J Boog sings like a little bit lead on that too. Like it's one of the songs that he sings lead on. I think it's really underrated. And I just think B2K as a group had so much potential. I'm still holding out for a reunion. That's just me.
They're gonna have to get over a lot with the Lil Fizz stuff.
Yes, I
come on, guys, get together. Talk it out.
I love it.
Your fans want it. Their tour was fantastic. Did you guys go to Millennium Tour?
I did actually.
It was bomb.
I think I went to. I'm trying to remember. I think I may have went to more than one. Because you know they had like a few different iterations of it. I went to the original one. I actually got to meet them before like all this stuff happened, so that was cool. Omarion was very nice. He was very sweet. That was really cool. Lil Fizz was really cool as well. And then I saw there was another one where Carrie Hilson was a part of it, and I definitely had to go to that because I love her. Like she's unsung to me as well. So yeah, it was great. It was a great show.
Singer-songwriter. She's incredible.
Oh yes, absolutely. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love B2K.
That's a good one. I love that. I love that you said the non-album, or excuse me, the non-singles, the album cuts, because that's a great point. So that inspires my next one. But I'm gonna let you. We'll go in order.
Right, that inspires my next one.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it for you, Quay?
So my next one is Pretty Ricky, Your Body.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Pretty Ricky's good. That's a good
one.
That's
Blue
definitely
Star
2000s.
album, I had that on repeat. I love them.
Yes. I was in love with Spectacular. I'm not gonna lie. When that, because that is now, was that their first album? I get confused a lot. Like I get mixed up, but that was their yes. When that era came out, like their first album, yeah, I was definitely a fan of them.
Yeah. And then they had what was that guy with the dreads? What's his name? What's the guy with the
Slickum?
Slickum. Yes. I just love his vibe and like the whole Florida feel. Like
he's a great hype man.
The first guy that really had that R&B feel but rap feel at the same time. So I was just like, ooh, I love this group.
Oh wait, I'm trying to think of all their names. So it's Pleasure, Baby Blue, Spectacular, and what is Slickum? What was his name, right?
I feel that sounds familiar.
Yep.
Yeah, because I get Slickum and who was the other one you said? Because I just forgot it that quick. You just
Spectacular,
said it. And there's
Pleasure,
Baby Blue. That's it. Those two I get mixed up for some reason. I don't know why. I'm sure they don't look anything alike, but just hearing their names, I get them mixed up. So, all right. So my number 9, which I'm not going to be completely in order either, but with a great album cut from the 2000s that is just it for me. My girl Nivea, who is just I love her. I have to say Complicated. Ooh, that single, that might even have to be higher, but like you said, I'm not in order either. But Complicated is just like Nivea to me is just
guilty.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she just was so unsung. Like, her voice is still insane to this day. I love her so much. Like, I love her personality. I love her vibe. She's so talented. She can sing. To me, she was just like, I don't like to compare people, but she was the black pop superstar to me. Like, she was like a black Britney Spears almost.
Black Britney Spears,
She could really sing, and like, she was beautiful. When you had her on a hook. Yes, honey. Yep. That is my song. Like, you can never go wrong with her songs. There's not a song that she has that I don't like. I mean, just speaking of that.
5 Reasons. Oh my God.
Oh yes, 25 Reasons.
Runaway. Runaway is my shit.
Runaway.
I love Indian Dance is my jam.
Oh yes.
So far is really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Still in Love. I love that song. I love that song. Which shout out to Teacher Moses. I'm sure you know her because you know you have your shit down pat. So I already know.
Teacher Moses wrote "Dip It Low" by Christina Leon.
Yes. Love. Shout out to you, Teacher. I love her. She is the queen.
She's bomb.
And I have to mention one more by Nivea on that note is, shoot. Oh, her song with Mystical. Been so long. Hey. That is, I love her. Like when she first came out, I was like, who is that? Like she was beautiful and just her voice. So yeah, definitely. It's always going to be Nivea for me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to say, Crazy by 3LW.
Oh, 3LW is a good one. That's a good one.
So I feel like the Girl Can Mac album would have done so much better if the whole thing with Maturi didn't happen. I feel like A Girl Can Mac is such a bomb album.
Yes.
Start to finish.
Yes.
And you know what's funny? So they had an album originally titled, I think, Same Game, Different Rules, where they had like I think it was 6 different other tracks that were supposed to be on the album, but they said the label said it wasn't urban enough. I just think it's hilarious.
Memory unlocked.
Looking back on it, I'm just like, these songs are pretty urban to me.
Yeah.
But, okay. There's a song called Uh-Oh.
Yes.
Yes, that's so good. I think it would have been a fantastic first single. And I also think too, I think 3LW wasn't supposed to be like their main market should not have been the urban market.
Right.
I feel like 3LW was a pop girl group that did R&B and hip hop influenced music. Yes. And I think trying to change that concept it was probably doing more damage than good, you know. This is my personal opinion.
I agree.
I think if they just let the girls be who they were initially, if this is true, this is all alleged. Don't come at me for nothing, guys, because I don't know. Don't come at me. Like, don't come at me for anything. I'm just saying what it's alleged. If that's what was supposed to be, you know, their thing, I think like that's kind of like, why? Like, why not let the girls just be who they are? Because their music was great. And I think that, I think that would have been a great one. So
I love that you mentioned them. Yes. They are definitely, I remember them from Taina. We've had the pleasure of interviewing Maritza from Taina, who she's such a vibe.
So
Shout out to her. Shout out to Latangela. For me, the single that I love from 3LW, A Girl Can Map is definitely, A Girl Can Mac. It sounded like I said map. Definitely, that was a great album. And I agree with you. I think all the drama that was happening, that album underperformed, which is sad because when that first single came out, rolled up in the club like what? I got the VIP on my side, and then I saw you stand at me. Girl.
I am sorry, y'all know the dance moves and everything.
Oh, honey, listen, when that came out, I was like, oh, bitch. I was like, yes.
I like 3LW. I even like them on the Cheetah Girls.
I wasn't really into the Cheetah Girls, but I know that
the Cheetah Girl.
Yeah, for me, I didn't watch Disney, so that's my fault. Like, I was so stuck on Nick. But if I would have been watching it, like I should have been at the time, because my cousin loves it. So I definitely give them their props for that.
Okay.
That's a great one. Shout out to them. Naturi was always it for me. Like, I loved her voice back then.
Naturi says stop, Kiri says go.
I love it. All right, Quay, what's your next one? So number 8.
So number 8, I'm gonna have to go with Monica and DMX, Go to Bed Mad. After the Storm album, that was one of my favorites, and I believe it's actually like one of the first albums I've ever bought. As Sam Goody.
Okay.
Sam Goody, taking it back.
Yes.
Oh, I loved Sam Goody. I missed that. I miss record stores. Going into the record store and like previewing it, you know, before it came out. And that's something that we definitely don't have anymore.
No, definitely. And remember, you could preview the album before you bought it.
Mm-hmm.
And put the headphones on.
Right.
On, exactly. So I definitely bought that album.
That was such a good album. Yes.
With that whole album. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. My song from that album was Knock Knock. That was my shit.
Oh, don't come knocking at my door.
Honey, when that plays when I'm out and I'm in my mode, I will rap that shit like I'm Monica. Like, that is my song. I love that. Definitely got to throw Monica in there now. But I would say for me, just thinking off the top of my head and going back to like, because I want to like honor more pop as well. Because I feel like the 2000s, like pop was just it. Because the 2000s was a time when like R&B was definitely mainstream, but it was like pop R&B, like all of that was just it was just a vibe. You know what I mean? It was
a lot of R&B music was being played on pop radio, just because it was like it was very commercialized. Like even even like some of the rappers, like we had artists like Ja Rule who was having #1 pop hits, with Between Me and You and Always on Time. Always on Time was on the Hot 100 for like 7 weeks. So it was like
my dad wore that song out. He loved them.
Like R&B and hip hop was definitely very commercial. So
absolutely, yes. I think
they were the perfect duo.
Absolutely, yeah. They are like, for us, I would say like there are modern day, like, you know, I can't even think. There's so many in the 80s, but perfection. I love it.
Love it.
Okay, my next one, I'm gonna have to say I gotta throw her in there because she's somebody that I feel like we forget about a lot. I gotta say Samantha Mumba. Gotta tell you.
Oh, definitely forgot about her.
Yes. She was my girl. Like when that song came out, like it was the yes.
Yes, I had that on a hit clip. Do you remember hit clips?
Oh, hit clips. Yes. Yes. Honey, I never was allowed to have a hit clip. My mom was like, well, you can just have the CD.
Really? Because I used to go to McDonald's for the hit clips. Remember that was in the kids' meal?
Oh, really?
Oh, I might be a little too young for that one. I don't remember that.
I remember it, but I don't. I must not have. I must have been getting the big kids meals at that point, like a Big Mac meal.
I'm trying to think like what, like I don't remember them being at McDonald's.
That's funny, but I definitely remember them for sure. Because gosh, here's another throwback off of that memory. Remember when like Teen Nick was first starting and they would have like their little countdown? I remember, gosh, like half of the songs we've mentioned were on there, and I remember like Aaron Carter, like he ruled it. I remember that. Gosh, Aaron Carter's sister had a song. I can't even remember how the song went, but it was like very bubblegummy and I loved it. Gosh, who else was on? So many people, but like those were the days because like I feel like we don't have like the TRLs and the 106 and Parks anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we definitely don't. It's different. My next one is gonna be Crush by Solange.
Ooh.
Love.
Yes.
Solo Star is a really underrated album for sure. I definitely think that because of the time frame, excuse me, the time frame that it was in, there was definitely like an oversaturation of artists at the time. And obviously that was like her breakthrough. And I think she was also working on acting, so she was doing a lot of stuff at the time. So she probably wasn't promoting it as much as she could have. But definitely Crush was produced by the Neptunes. It's so good. That Neptune sound just is nothing like it.
I love them.
We can get into a whole conversation about producers, but like the Neptune sound is
unmatched.
It's something exactly. It's something different.
For real.
It's a whole era.
It's like hypnotic. Like it's almost like out of space. The R&B, it's like funky.
Yeah.
It's kind of got like a jazzy vibe to it. It's kind of like soulful to electronic as well. Like obviously a lot of Khalees's music is like that.
I was just when you
this merging of like different genres in her voice. The contrast with the beats is just fantastic. So. Yeah.
Yes, I love that you said that, and definitely shout out to Solange. I love Solange. I feel like she definitely doesn't get the credit that she's deserved. I feel like she's very overshadowed by who her sister is, and she has her own talent, and that album is such a throwback because I mean she's developed into she has a seat at the table, and gosh, I can't remember what her last album was called, but it just was very funky, like she had Gucci Man on there, and gosh, yeah, I love Solange, so I'm gonna have to revisit that album because that's a nostalgic one for me. Unlocked memories for sure. I love that.
I like that one. Interesting. So I'm gonna have to go to the rap side for a little bit, guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to say, Lil Jon, Get Low.
Okay.
Hey,
oh yeah.
Yes.
You always have to say that. You always,
Lil Jon. I mean, he was epic back then. I mean,
it was in so many movies.
Crunk music.
Oh yeah. They still play that.
Juice. He had the snaps, rap snacks. Like Jon was really in his bag before his time. Like,
oh yeah.
He started all the hype music, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you have to give him credit for so many artists too. Like when you say Lil Jon, you instantly make me think of Yin Yang Twins.
Yeah. Yes. Little John and Jazzy Faye. Jazzy Faye too.
Oh, Jazzy Faye.
Yeah.
Love it.
They were both like producing stuff like alongside each other. So
yeah.
I love that. Yes. And you also got to mention, well, excuse me, I'll save her for one of my because she's definitely an entry. So I'm gonna save her before I mention her. But I definitely want to say Yin Yang Twins for sure. And then I also want to highlight who else. I just had her on the tip of my tongue. But there's so many artists that Lil Jon has put on with, his beats, and he. I hope that
how he did Ludacris and Usher though.
Yes,
man.
I hope that he is getting. I hope that because that time is kind of I don't want to say I want to use a respectful word because I don't see it as a lot of people. I think that they look at his music and they think it's plague because it's older, but I hope that he's really getting his just due, financially and as an artist, because he is definitely very influential.
Yeah, John. Oh, I have a question now. I have a question. So, what collaboration would you prefer though? Lovers and Friends or Yeah?
Lovers and Friends.
That's a good one. I'm gonna say Lovers and Friends. Lovers and Friends because for me, I gotta say, for me, yeah, I got played out to death. So
yeah, that song was number one. I think for almost the entire year, it was. Yeah, it was huge, and
but
I mean
on
all radio formats. Like it was huge. So,
we're literally sitting here saying, yeah.
Right, but it definitely got played out. Lovers and Friends, it didn't take off like that, but it still was a hit.
Yeah, it was more underground, but it definitely was. I agree with you guys.
But I also like the vibe of it. Like I love Ludacris, which I mean, of course he was on Yeah as well, but like I like sultry like Ludacris, you know, like Ludacris also is somebody that we have to mention from the 2000s. Like he is somebody that you know
DTP.
Oh my gosh, DTP! I'm so glad you said that because I love Shauna.
Chicken and beer. Chicken and beer was
Chicken and beer was it.
Yes. Splash Waterfalls is probably one of my favorite like songs ever. I just don't think. Sonny, I just think that. I think that they should have definitely released the remix. First of all,
the remix. I'm so glad you said that.
Luda, get the remix on streaming platforms,
please.
Now.
Right.
We want it. Wait, hold on, Raphael Sadiq, please, sir.
Quit playing with him. Yes.
I know you produced it, so just go ahead and put it on social media, please, or stream platforms. I'm sorry. Put it on all of that, everything. Put it on there.
I love it. I love it. I'm so glad you said that because that is definitely my jam. Yes, I love it. All right, I guess it's my turn. Oh gosh, this is getting hard, y'all. What number are we on? 6? I'm like low-key trying to, because we said top 10, so I'm trying. I mean, it doesn't have to be top 10, but I want to mention 10.
Like
I don't want to like
7. 7? 10, 9, 8. Because I said 3. I only said 3. Right? So
okay,
I think we're on 7.
Got it. Okay.
I think. I don't know.
We'll go with it. Hey, we can have an extra in there. Who cares?
Yeah.
I just didn't want to like mention a bunch of extra. And
we're covering a bunch of music as a whole.
Yes.
So we're giving everybody their flowers.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, okay. I'm trying to like take in all that y'all said too, because y'all mentioned so many good people. I'll tell you somebody that keeps coming to my mind that I have to mention. I got to say Pink.
Love Pink so much.
I got to say Pink.
Can't Take Me Home.
Okay, yes. I wanted to, I was trying to decide. I guess I'm just going to say Pink in general because I feel is unsung too. I feel like the farther she's gotten in her career, she's kind of, I mean, for me, maybe I'm just not following her enough. Maybe I feel like she's kind of disappeared a little bit, but I feel like she's at the place where she doesn't have to be like out there like that. But I love her debut album. And I know that she feels like that's not really a reflection of her because she was kind of forced, you know, to be like more urban. But I loved the pink hair. I loved, oh gosh, You Make Me Sick. I Want You. I always got to sing it like to feel the vibe. Like that was my shit. Gosh, Can't Take Me Home. Just that album as well. But then when the second album came out and like Get This Party Started, I remember being like, I remember at first being like, this is Pink, but then it was a vibe. So I'm like, okay, I like this. So shout out to Pink. I got to mention her.
I loved her song Family Portrait. That was like my favorite song.
Oh my God, I forgot about that song. I haven't heard that song in years.
Dear Diary. Dear Diary is the shit too. Dear Diary is one of my favorite songs.
Yes.
That was a dope pick. Yeah, no, for sure. That made me really think now, like, oh shit.
That's what I'm trying to be like, okay, 2000s. Who was I listening to?
I was listening to a lot of people. A lot of people were killing it. Like, because even though there was an oversaturation of artists, it was a lot of really good music. Yes. I don't feel that way this era. I don't feel like there's a lot.
Yeah.
So you can kind of like if you give it like this era versus this era, there's no comparison because like music was so elite in the early 2000s, and we might be a little bit biased, but
it
is what it is.
Okay,
it is what it is.
But I agree. There's really no good music, and there's no good albums. I should say
people don't make albums anymore.
Right? It's all about like. Yeah, it's all about streaming and the sync. Yeah, they want you to listen to the song, and it's not cohesive anymore.
Yeah, the physical copies aren't being sold.
In today's music, we have these damn snippets. The songs only last for like a minute.
I know it's like 2 minutes, and it's like it's done. True. I hate it.
I'm like, what is this?
I miss the 5-minute songs. I miss the 5-minute songs when you have like the good instrumental and you're just in your feelings and you're just...
Oh my God. They were talking about it on YouTube. There was a song for Aaliyah's 1 in a Million album called "Everything's Gonna Be All Right," and the chorus plays like 7 times before the song ends. And I'm like, people were never, the YouTubers were complaining. I'm just like, no, that's what we love in the 90s.
That, yes.
Let that shit ride out. I want to continue to keep hearing it. Like,
yes. I love it. I'm excited to hear your next one. I can't wait because you are giving us the goods.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Maya's "No Sleep Tonight."
Maya, yes. Yes.
Yes.
We love Maya here. We love her.
Yes. Maya is such an incredible artist overall. Like she's another one of those artists, like her voice is just beautiful just the way it is. Like she's not like a crazy belter. She can, but that's not, but her tone is so rich and has so much texture with it.
Yes.
And I just love that. Yeah.
Oh, I love her. We love her here at 80s, 90s, 2005. Shout out to Maya. We love her.
Exactly. I seen a meme where they were comparing Maya to Jhené Aiko. And I want to say that's a good comparison. I mean, kind of, but not really, because I feel like they're both soft-spoken and they can do no wrong. You know, no matter what they say in a song, they can talk about sex and it still sounds, you know, blissful and beautiful.
Classy, yeah.
Very classy. I love them. I love them.
I agree. I think that they're both from 2 different eras. I think it's really hard to say. I mean, technically not, because Jhené did come out in 2002-ish. I just feel like they're different kind of artists. I think too, like if Aaliyah was here, that would be a great versus for her. Like Maya was, I think Maya and Aaliyah because we have Brandy and Monica, which that makes sense. And then Aaliyah and Maya would have been perfection.
I agree. I think when I think of the 90s and so we actually posted a video about why does Maya not get her due credit, and we tried to break down a lot of points. And for me, I feel like, and I'm not trying to compare people here because Brandy and Monica are legends. Aaliyah is a legend. But when I think of the 90s girls, those are the 4 I think of. I think of Aaliyah, Brandy, Monica, and Maya, because Maya, I feel like she did do her justice. You know, she may have came out, one of the comments said that she came out at the tail end of the 90s, which, okay, she did. She came out like 98, whatever. But she was that girl when she came out. Like she was giving Britney a little run for her money. Like Maya was doing it. And I just feel like Maya, she's so unsung. And I love what you said. She's a trained dancer. Her voice is, she can sing. And some people forget that, or they don't know that. I don't know if I feel like Jhené's a good comparison. I mean, I love Jhené too. Like Jhené,
me too.
People definitely try to play Jhené and say that she can't sing, but Jhené can sing. Let's not play.
Beautiful
she just
voice.
Has there's just different voice types, and I feel like people always act like you have to be Whitney Houston or Aretha Franklin or whoever to say that you're a singer. But those are, like we said, belters or power singers. You don't have to be those type of singers to sing. You can have a beautiful soft voice and blow. You know what I mean? So
not only like voice types, but artistry. And that's why I said
if they're different types of artists.
Right. So like Maya could even like now, like, like Aaliyah would be one, but I think Sierra would be better for her than other artists would be, because Maya and Sierra are both singer dancers. They both have beautiful, like rich, softer textures to their voices. They're not like yelling and not like hollering, which is, that's good. That's the over the top soulfulness, which is just that just comes from Black music. But I think that if we're gonna do verses, you have to think of the artistry, not just they came out from the same era. Brandy and Monica have the same artistry. Like they both come from the same era. They both come from the same vibes. So I think that's what we have to think about when we think about verses. But I don't think Jhené and Maya are similar artists at all. Like I think that they're both wonderful artists in their own respective ways.
Oh yeah. But the meme was just basically saying like Jhené is their Maya.
I'll be right back, y'all. My nephews are knocking.
Okay,
no problem.
It was just basically saying that Jhené is our Maya.
Yeah, and I can respect that, because like we think about it too, like Beyonce is like our Tina Turner to them, you know what I mean? Like to that era. So I get it. You have to kind of think about the newer kids and newer era, like that's their version of that from the type of music they listen to. So I can understand that from that point of view. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm babysitting my nephews.
You're all good. Who's that on your shirt? Who are you wearing on your shirt?
So I'm wearing Arian. I think that's how you say it. Arian. I'm so horrible with pronouncing names, but I wanted to shout out you being a part of her event. So that's why I wore the shirt.
Love it.
Yes. So we also will be talking about that.
Yeah.
But anyways, I didn't mean to interrupt y'all. So we were talking about definitely different types of artists and
wait, I just saw it now. You said that's Ariane. Oh,
yes.
It is Ariane.
That's what I'm saying.
I
can't pronounce shit. So
I was like, wait.
Yes, let me
I was looking at the face and I just saw the AR. Yeah, that's my girl Ariane.
Yes, I love her.
I feel so bad I didn't recognize it right away. That's Ariane, yeah.
Yes. So I definitely wanted to shout out you being a part of her event.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
I love her. I've had the pleasure of meeting her and Trinity are my girls. So I just knowing that you guys are a part or you're going to be a part of her event, I was like, let's talk about this. But anyways, we will get to that. I don't want to interrupt what we're talking about. Was it your turn, Quay? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Kids be kidding.
Yeah. So,
wait. So you said what would you say your last one was? So we talking about Maya. So it is your turn. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was talking about Maya last. So yeah.
Okay, so it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm still in the rap era right now.
Okay. Come on with it.
I'm gonna have to say Big Pun is so hard.
Okay. Big Pun. Okay. Rest in peace.
Hey.
It's so hard.
Oh my gosh. Okay. When you said that song, I didn't realize what it was. I have not heard that song in forever. Okay.
Yeah. And just to know that he actually passed away a few months prior to dropping that was hurtful. Big Pun.
Big Pun was dishing out them hits. Still not a player. And then he had That's How We Roll with Ashanti. Yes. Yeah, with the hits, honey. He was coming with it. Rest in peace, Big Pun. Yeah.
What I miss about rap back then is, I mean, I love rap and I love hip hop, but I'm a singer, so I love R&B. So I love that rap back then just really had the R&B elements. And it's like if you aren't necessarily a rap fan, there always was somebody R&B on the hook, so you got your fix. And that's what I miss because I feel like these days it's just not really, you don't have those collaborations really anymore.
Yeah,
it was melodic. It was like melodic music.
Yeah. Yes. I love it. Rest in peace to him.
Rest in peace, Big Pun. Yeah.
All right, y'all. So let's see. Who am I gonna go with next? We've mentioned so many people that I want to mention a song by them. We've mentioned Khalees, so I'm gonna just say Khalees because I love Khalees.
Come on with it.
I love her. I guess I really have to say Milkshake because Milkshake is iconic, but it's not her best 100%. Song. But I love Khalees. But when I say Milkshake, it's because it's, a staple of the 2000s. But I want people to listen to that and be like, okay, let me find out more about Khalees. Because Khalees' whole catalog, like I will literally be like, hey, whatever, play Khalees. And just, it can go on repeat and I don't have to skip. Like she's just, I love her voice. Yeah. I love her first two albums in particular before the Tasty album. Well, excuse me, I'm trying to remember. No, okay. Tasty was, I guess.
It's the third album. Right, Wonderland's the second album.
That's what I was thinking of. It didn't officially come out here. One. Yes, that's where I was getting mixed up. I was like, wait a minute. That's okay. But yes, so Kaleidoscope, oh my God, her being with Pharrell, the Neptunes, I can't even think of a song off the top of my head, but I just let that album play and it's just like, yes, bitch, this is my shit.
And I just want to get along with you.
Yes, that song, that's one of my favorite songs by her.
She actually could sing and she could scream on a track and it still was great.
Yes, and it worked. Like it wasn't forced.
So much right now.
Yes.
She's the only female that could do that. Like
I think Khalees in general changed like the game for the way vocalists kind of distribute their vocals. Like I felt like not only just with Milkshake, but with the Tasty album as a whole, I think that a lot of singers during that time looked at that as a template. There was a couple of albums during that time from I would say Tasty, Aphrodisiac, Brandy's album. I feel like a lot of those like artists from that time definitely looked at that and was like, ooh, that's kind of where I want to go with it. You know?
Yes. And now that I'm having memories unlocked now, Tasty, the album was a bop. And so 100%. Was Wonderland too. What was the song that I'm thinking of? Oh gosh. Was it Shooting Stars? Is that what it's called?
Shooting Stars was my shit. Daddy was my shit.
Yes.
I love, oh my God, that whole album. Perfect Day. Oh my God, what else? There were so many freaking bomb songs in the album.
So many. And it's just like
Scared Money. Scared Money was one of my favorites.
Orchestration. Yes. Yeah. It's the beat, it's her voice. It's just I love her. I love Khalees.
Definitely underrated.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna name a rap song too.
Okay.
Mine is gonna be None Tonight by Lil Zane.
That's a good one. That's a good
love
one.
Lil Zane. I watched his Finding recently too.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I really, really think that he was one of those underrated rappers. I know he was often looked at it as like, oh, you're rapping like Tupac, but I just feel like in music, you know, I think A. Marie said it best. You're kind of all in dialogue, whether you like it or not, whether directly or indirectly. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times, when you take influence, you don't even realize that it's coming across as stealing, or what we used to say biting back in the day. I think like when you're inspired by another artist, you know, you just latch onto that sound. Look at like the way the 90s 2000s harpsichord became such a huge thing, from Bills to No Scrubs, you know, to Holler by the Spice Girls, and that sound just became like a staple. But it was kind of being used in like the mid 90s as well. It just wasn't as prominent yet until we got into No Scrubs became the biggest song on radio, and everybody's like, I want that sound. If that's what's gonna sell right now, like then you had every artist, you know, from Pink using it, you know, with There You Go. And it was just like, there was, you know, you're in dialogue with these artists, you know, you want the biggest hit. So you latch onto certain sounds and vocal cadences. And I feel like Lil Zane did that. And that's why people compared him to Tupac. But I think that album was a good one. And I love that song. I think it should have been a better single. I think it should have been a better received single. So that's all.
Definitely. Shout out to him. He definitely is slept on.
Yeah, for sure.
Agreed.
But he's still fine to this day.
I haven't seen him since then, but he was fine then, so I don't doubt it.
Yeah. I follow him on IG. Shout out to Zane. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, what'd you say? I missed it.
I said, shout out to you, Zane. I follow you.
That's so funny. Yeah, I love it.
All right, Quia, it's your turn. It's you again.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna have to say, I'm still in the rap era. I'm gonna have to say All Falls Down by Kanye.
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely have to say Kanye. Definitely.
Shout out to Selena Johnson.
Oh, I love her. Oh,
yep, absolutely.
I love her.
But I love Kanye when he had the wire jaw. That was the Kanye. I wish he would have stayed that way.
I wish he would go back to that Kanye.
Yeah, I mean, Kanye's definitely causing some issues, you know, on boats and stuff like that, doing some things. But you know.
Yeah. But don't let it affect the music. That's all we can say.
You know, right. You know, I mean,
good music.
From College Dropout to Late Registration to The Graduation, you know, 808s and Heartbreak. These are iconic rap albums. I don't know too many albums that are gonna have too many artists that are gonna have back to back incredible albums like that. Like that's not like, usually when you have like a favorite artist, they'll put out 2 or 3 bangers and it's like, okay, that one's not that great. And it's like, okay, they're back on their roll again. And it's like, that one's not that great. But Kanye could put out consistently amazing albums. Like we can't take that away from him, regardless of what madness goes on with him. Yeah. Like we have to say like, hey, like this is a creative genius. It is what it is.
Yeah. A fucked up individual, but a creative genius.
I wasn't going that far, but
okay.
He's definitely a dope producer. I never will take that from him. I may not be more like, I may not really be into his raps anymore because he be saying some crazy shit, but his producing always will be Like he's very talented.
But Sunday service, don't sleep on Sunday service, baby. Because you would definitely catch a vibe at Sunday service, okay? He's still doing his thing.
I'll take your word for it. Look, all right, on that note, my turn. Let's see. Gosh, okay, so Sonny mentioned Finding, and I have to mention somebody from Finding that I love. I cannot not mention Nicole Ray. I love Nicole Ray.
Me too.
I have to give shout out to Missy Elliott again, because I truly think Missy is just so many different things. She can rap, she can sing, she can produce, she can write. When she executive produces albums, like that album is just everything. So the talent that she finds, I'm just in awe of them. Like there's nobody that she has discovered that is not talented. And Nicole, her voice is just unmatched to me. She is beautiful. She can sing. I just love her. And if I have to pick a song from her, and we're going with early 2000s, don't sleep on If I Was Your Girlfriend, because that is my girl. Baby, that is the jam. That song. I love it.
Like, in the album too, like someone posted it on YouTube. That entire album is incredible. It is literally a crime that album was not released.
I think like you have definitely broke down the background on a lot of stuff, and from what I've gathered with that album, it just was the label stuff, and it wasn't the right time. She just unfortunately she had a lot of bad luck. But what I love is she's not stopped. Like she's rebranded herself today as Lady Ray, and don't sleep on what she's putting out now, because hunty, those albums today, you will get your life. If you've not listened to them, seriously, you need to listen to them. So good. So good. And it's like a combination of like R&B, jazz. There's a little bit of gospel in there. It's just everything, and it's powerful. Yeah. Like I love her. I could never give her enough flowers.
Same, yeah. Okay, so my next one is it's a song called Moi by Electric Red. Okay. It is my jam, written by Dream and Tricky. It is so I listen to that song literally almost every single day. Honestly, that entire album. I'm just gonna give Leslie, Binky, Naomi, and Sarah their flowers, just because I as me personally as a fan, I think that they deserve so much better. And I just hope, like, even if like just someone hears this and goes and listens to their music and stream their stuff, like that's good enough for me. Like I think that the world just needs to know more about Electric Red and the talented dancers, singers that they are. They're incredible, and their sound is just so ahead. It was so ahead of its time, and I just hope that they get their just due eventually. I know that they're all doing different things now, and then they're all very successful, but I just think that Electric Red, they're probably the unsung girl group of all girl groups. My opinion.
I'm definitely going to revisit their album, because I haven't heard it in a long time, but I do remember when they came out. I remember having them on my radar.
It's so good. It's so good.
That was my song.
So, ooh, damn.
Yes, that was my that was my jam. So I definitely will revisit that for sure.
Yes.
What number are we on now?
We don't even know.
We're either on 4 or 3.
I low-key had a list here, so I'm trying to think what songs that I already said. I was just going to random order, so I did 1, 2.
Because I'm like, are we at number 1
yet? 4, 5.
I think we at least have 3 more. I think.
Yeah, we have 3 more.
Yeah. I just know my number 1.
So you got to throw in 2 more people.
Okay, so let me think. I guess I'm still gonna be on the hip hop tip. Lil Wayne Lollipop. The whole Carter 2 album. The whole Carter's albums. Like Lil Wayne could not do any wrong on anybody's beat. Like he could just drop on your beat, spit a few bars, and it'll be a hit. It would be bigger than your damn hit that you originally, had on that beat. So I love Lil Wayne. I think he's a GOAT.
Listen, I got to tell you, when it comes to Lil Wayne, my song from him, and I feel like this is going to be a funny choice, but my song from him is How to Love.
Okay.
That's my song. Like, I just love the message.
Shout out to Detail for producing that.
Yeah, I just love the message. And he is definitely dope. I mean, he's easily one of the greatest rappers there's ever been and ever will 100%. Be. He's very talented.
Wayne is definitely top 5 rappers, bar none.
Absolutely.
You argue with somebody else. I think Wayne is definitely top 5 rappers.
Definitely.
Sorry, that's just me.
Definitely.
And when he's saying, as I hit the kill switch, now that's how you let the beat feel big. I love him. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all.
No, you good. Okay, so
I'm here for it.
I'm not, so I was gonna say a song by Maya, but we've already hit Maya, and I already know what 3 I want to mention. So I'm gonna say mine is Mariah Carey. I have to say We Belong Together.
Ooh.
I have to say We Belong Together. Now, again, that's not my favorite Mariah song, but it's very iconic for her because it brought her back. It gave her another number 1. She went through all those personal struggles. And I'm a lamb. I will always be a lamb. I love Mariah Carey. She can do no wrong to me.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I love how we have the dialogue that goes with these. So if I'm going to say like my other favorite songs from her, it's definitely some album cuts in there. I love, 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 love Breakdown. I fucking love that song. Like, I feel like that song is so unsung. Like, she's one of the first R&B girlies to even bring a rapper on the beat. So you have to give her credit for that. I love that song.
Right, Bone Thugs. Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yes, shout out to them. There's another album cut that I'm trying to think of off. It's not really an album cut, but it just wasn't a big single. But I love I'm trying to think real quick. I definitely love Loverboy. That was a single, but it definitely didn't do what it should have done. And I love that it had all the rappers on there. I love when her and DeBrat link up because I love their friendship, and I just think DeBrat is dope. And there's one song that I want to mention, and I'm just trying to like scan my iPod and my brain real quick and see what song I always go to of hers. But I love her. Like, she's just so she's one of the greatest there will ever be.
I like when she did the Cameron's Boy.
That's it. Thank you so much. See, we in sync. That's it. That because she flips the rap songs and she makes them hers, and she just adds the singing to it. And listen, when that song came out, that went diamond in my household. Like, I tore that shit up.
They credit Mariah for the success of the hip hop R&B like merged together, like as far as it being on like a grander scale. So they often credit Mariah with that, and I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah,
Mariah is like so iconic, and she was like the remixes were so popular in the 90s that they almost expected you to have a remix. So it was like once you got that remix, and it was bound to blow up. Like there was Mariah and ODB, and
oh my gosh,
so many different collaborations, and then you had the SWV, so many just awesome.
I love SWV.
Yeah. But speaking of Mariah, it's almost time to warm Mariah up. It's the holiday.
It's time.
It's amazing. Like, so Mariah and Michael Jackson both have that in common, where they have a song. So shout out to Thriller too, because Halloween's coming up. So they both have a song that constantly gets back on Billboard every single year since its release. So
legends.
Yes, give it up to them for that, because that is crazy. Not many people can do that either.
Right, and I know them royalty checks is got to be something ridiculous.
Listen,
100%.
If she wants to, help a brother out, hey.
Right, if you want to adopt 2
you
more
want to donate
kids, me and Kevie are willing to be adopted.
Look, we'll be her next set of twins.
Right.
I love it.
Okay, it's me again. All right, I'm gonna say "As If" by Black.
Oh yes. Oh, yes. I'm so happy that you said Black.
Love Black.
Love them.
Their first album, it's incredible, but I also think like their other 2 should have blown up just as well.
Yes.
I think that their artistry is underrated. I do feel like they're all very unique, and I think they brought something different to the girl group era. And the funny thing is, I was just watching the As If video the other day. Their style is like trendy again. Like, if you look at the video and because they have so much, like, they have so many clothes on Fashion Nova that resembles Black style, and that like really like that futuristic Y2K vibe. Like, Black was on top of the world. And everything from Bring It All to Me and 808 and oh my god, Black was just so incredible. But As If was just, now talk about going diamond in your household, because Bring It On is my favorite movie of all time.
Yes.
So, and As If would come on at the end, and so I will rewind it over and over just so I can see the video. But,
oh, I love it. So you talking about the first album, my favorite album cut maybe of all time. Oh, and the title left my mind, so I got to sing it for a bit. It's all so typical. You don't know where to go. Something's got you broken inside.
Don't Go Looking for Love?
Yes, there we go. Don't Go Looking for Love. That was actually
co-written by Mariah Carey, I heard.
Was it?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense because it's so beautifully written. Like I used to always say that whoever wrote this song, I don't know why I didn't look it up. I just never did. But I was like, whoever wrote this song can write their ass off because it's so beautiful. I love that song. And then one of my other favorite songs of all time is Can't Get It Back. Listen, that is my shit. When Natina, I love Natina. Rest in peace to Natina. Oh my gosh. When she comes on and she's like, nigga, you don't have to lie. It's say you. Oh my gosh, I love it. let me not show you what I did in my mirror.
This so gang got me go wing sing.
Dusted, can't be trusted. That I love. Oh my gosh, yes, Black is. I can't put my finger on what it is with them, but like you said, they brought something different. And there was like definitely the TLC influence, but also I guess maybe they were like a little more pop, but they had like I think for me it was Natina. She had the energy and the style. Brandy was beautiful. And then Shamari just had that voice. And Shamari's voice is so beautiful. Oh, yeah, I love them.
I really like their like camaraderie together. Like they just they just literally just fit. Like you ever see like girl groups and it's just like even though like they all have their own different styles, like they just fit
comes together.
They fit together.
Love it. I love it.
Yes, and wasn't there a song that Corrupt did with one of them?
Yeah, Natina.
Natina, that was his wife at the time.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Why did they were dating?
It's over
now, move over. It's my turn now, it's over.
The game shut down.
Sorry. That is my song.
Hey, we gotta go to karaoke night.
We sure do.
Listen, yes. I need a Black themed karaoke night because these people be up in there singing rock, and I'm like, they're not gonna know.
Some rock music though. Wait, I don't get it twisted now. I love me some rock music. I love me some rock music a lot.
I just need them to know what I'm singing is all I mean. Like sing what you want.
I get what
but they're gonna look at me when I sing Almost Doesn't Count by Brandy and they're like, oh, what's that?
Right.
Is that a cover from a country artist, I think?
Oh, so maybe it is. Maybe they would know.
Yeah, they might know that one. Or did a country artist cover the song? I don't know which one's which.
I don't know. Look at you. You got your facts. You be knowing.
Might have to look it up though. But yeah, no, I love rock and metal music as well. I love all the genres of music.
Okay.
But I knew like here, like I wanted to definitely stick within urban music because I think that's what the channel more so likes as well. And I think there's a lot of unsung artists that we're talking about in urban music that deserves their just due. So
I love it.
Yeah, sure. So are we at one yet?
We're at 2. We got 2 more. What rap song you about to mention, Quay? No, I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
All right, so the next song I'm going to have to say is "Baby" by Ashanti.
Oh my God! Yes, yes, man.
Look, I have
the fastest selling debut by an R&B female artist in history, and she still has the record.
Oh, she does. Okay. I didn't know she still had the record. That's impressive.
I think just fastest selling debut artist by a female artist. I don't think it's just R&B. I think it's all females.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You got to give her credit for that. Now I'm gonna be honest because I do want to be truthful. That damn song got on my last nerve because I'm like, how many times am I gonna hear the word baby? That song got on my nerves.
I think that's what makes the song about.
But I love Ashanti.
I love
my
it.
song.
I hear your name.
My song from Ashanti is "Rain on Me." I love that song. And my other song is, of course, "Foolish," because listen, when she's sitting on top of Terrence Howard and she's reading him his rules, rights, and regulations, that's me. I'm like,
yeah. But can we talk about the remix, "Unfoolish"? "Unfoolish" was the shit. Okay.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Foolish broke some records. Yeah, the album broke records, but also the song "Foolish" itself broke records. I think Ashanti broke a lot of records within that time frame because she did the fastest selling first week, and then she also, I think, became the only artist in history to have three songs in the top 10, which was only a record that was held by the Beatles. But then she kind of also broke the record again because she wrote "Ain't It Funny" for J-Lo.
And low-key sang. We just gonna say it.
Yeah, she wrote and sang background for Ain't It Funny. So it was
foreground. No, I'm gonna stop.
Four songs. Technically, it was 4 songs in the top 10. So shout out to Ashanti for that.
Very impressive. Yes, my dad loved her. Like that, she will always be nostalgic for me because she reminds me of my dad because he played her so much. He played her. He played Ja Rule. You know, and it's like the songs that get on your nerves growing up because your dad repeats them or whatever. Yeah. It becomes fun for you because they're not here anymore. So I will. Nothing but love for Ashanti. And I also got to say, I love Only You. Only You, that's probably my favorite song because it's that beat for me. It's the cover of Why You Treat Me So Bad for me.
Yes, get into it. That hard-ass, heavy guitar. Shout out to Seven Aurelius for that.
Yes.
And yes, Seven is the bomb. I love when genres merge, like I said. Like, I love all kinds of music. So I love when they merge genres like that. No, Ashanti with herself was like, I can't sing over this hard-ass beat. And then sis wrote a whole ass classic for us.
Yes.
So shout out to her for that.
Okay.
I love it. All right. So somebody that I have to mention, just because it's the 2000s and we haven't said her yet, we haven't said a song, I probably just have to say Britney Spears, Oops, I Did It Again, because I mean, you know, that's the first song I think of when I think of 2000s. I think of little 10-year-old me trying to fit in with my classmates, being the only Black person in my class. And we relatable. Listen, and we had what was called Music Day. I don't remember how often we had it, but we could bring in CDs. So I was like, okay, I'm going to bring in Britney Spears. They're going to love me. I'm going to be popular. Somebody else fucking brought in Britney Spears and played that song, so I was pissed. So I had to pick just a random song from the CD, and this was before Lucky came out. So I was like, I think I played like number 3. I don't remember what number 3 is, but I will always remember that song.
Think of the track listing. I'm trying to think if I know it.
Damn.
Was it? No, it wasn't.
Don't Go Knocking on My Door. Don't Go Knocking on My Door was like number 4 or 5. I Can't Get No Satisfaction was number 4. What You See Is What You Get.
That is crazy that you can remember that because I kind of have a photographic memory like that too, but I've lost it. But I think
Lucky is number 2. I think Lucky is number 2. And I think, what was number 3? Shit, I think I'm blanking on that one. But I know number 4 was I Can't Get No Satisfaction. I think.
You just pulled out Christina Aguilera at that point.
I know, right? I should have just been like, damn, I should have.
Brittany, Christina, Jessica, or Mandy. Mandy Moore.
Yeah, Mandy Moore. Oh my gosh.
The Pop-Tastic 4, that's what they call them.
At that time,
maybe
I
loved.
No, I feel like that's definitely a thing. I feel like for me, I'm trying to remember because I don't remember specific songs, but I definitely loved Mandy Moore, but I don't remember what song I loved by her. Was it Candy or something?
Candy was her big hit. But I think she had a lot of other fantastic songs.
But yeah, she definitely.
Crush was a great song. Cry was a great song.
Crush, I remember that song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cry was fantastic.
I did like Jessica Simpson, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember any songs by her. No shade to her.
You don't know?
No shade to this woman.
He's irresistible.
Yeah, okay.
There's the Irresistible remix with Bow Wow.
98 Degrees. The guy from, what was it?
Nick Lachey.
Yes. That's the only reason why I really liked her.
Y'all, doesn't ring a bell.
You don't know that song either?
No.
Oh my god! I'm trying to think because she did the Irresistible remix with Bow Wow.
Did she?
Yeah, there's Irresistible remix with So Def remix. Because I think they wanted her to go into her urban direction, because I think her contemporaries were doing it.
I just remember JoJo doing a remix with Bow Wow. I don't remember her. Okay.
Oh, Baby, It's You.
Yes.
That too. Yeah. Do you guys remember Paula Deanda? That's such a random.
Yes. Walk Away.
Yeah,
girl. Yeah, absolutely. That's one of my favorite songs of all time.
Right.
But the version I like is the one without the rap. I like just her. But I'm different like that. I feel like it's better.
Yeah, that was like the whole Tanisha Kelly era too. You remember?
Oh, shout out to her. We love her.
Tyra B. Oh my goodness.
Tyra B. You're giving me a rush. Oh, my song by Tyra B was Country Boy.
Country Boy.
When that song came out. Yes.
Get into it.
Oh, I love it.
That was a time to be alive right there.
Yes. I'm excited to hear this next one.
Oh, for me. My last two, right? So I'm gonna say I'm just gonna give ISIS their shout out and say Day and Night, just because I feel like it was just that video is constant rotation in my house.
I love it.
My entire family loves that song. So shout out to ISIS.
I love it. I love that. That is me and my mom's song to this day. And I have to say that my mom is a white woman, so that's so even special to me. Because it just hits different. Because I'm like, okay, my mom knows ISIS. I love it. But no, I love that. I love that song. Like,
and that whole album, like, I just feel like,
yes,
just as an albums girl, I listen to lots of albums.
Yes.
That whole album is so good. They have a song called "Oh No She Didn't" on there, which is like about like a fake roommate. Yeah, it's so good.
Yes.
Not letting him go. Unladylike is a really good song. That's the Way We Do It Part 2 is my favorite.
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, I have to bring that out again. I got to bring that out again.
Yeah, The Way We Do ISIS is a great album. Love it.
What I think about when I think about them is I remember when that song came out and I just love that song. I remember getting on my computer and voting for them on 106 in Park and always watching every day. Like, did it make it? Did it make it? I miss those days.
Where you could vote.
Yes.
What a time. Okay, so we're at 1, right?
We're at number 1.
All right.
At least we think so. We probably skipped 1 or 2. We don't even know.
We good. We've given so many people their flowers.
But it is. But this was my favorite of all times. I remember when I graduated, this album had just came out and I had it on repeat and somebody broke my CD and I almost got into a fight because they Yes, it was The Dream, Love King.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Turned Out was my favorite song. I will listen to that every day.
The Dream's a good one. I didn't think about him. Okay.
Love Dream. There's a song called on that. I think it's that album. It's called Ditch That. It's one of my favorite Dream songs ever. Love that.
I'm trying to particularly remember that album versus the second album. That album is the one where you said Love King. Okay. That's the album.
Oh, Love King. I think that's maybe the third one. Maybe I got it wrong. Because there's Love, Hate, and then what's the second one?
Yes. And then Love, Hate, and then what's the second?
Because the first one is Shawty is a 10. That's the first single, and then She's Rocking That Thing was the first single off the second album, right?
Okay, that's the album I'm thinking of. I was gonna say Rocking That Thing, and then third one was Love King.
Makeup Bag. You know that song, and it had
That's I'm not gonna lie. That's the album when I kind of didn't listen to him as much, but I did. I love the song Love King. L to the O, V to the E, K to the I, N to the G. I don't know how they treat you, where they do it, where you at. That was my song. But I love Rocking That Thing. Like, that was my song.
That's my shit too. Yeah.
The rap remix is my shit.
Shawty, I love your girl. I love your girl was my shit.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's a good one too. I love his melodies. Yes. Love it.
Shout out to The Dream. We would love to interview you.
Yes, the dope songwriter, dope artist, can sing. You know, he's in that same realm with Neo. Like, they're just great artists, great songwriters. He's another one. Yeah.
Okay, so my number one is A Marie One Thing. Of course, it has to be. It has to be One Thing.
I'm here for it.
I have not listened. One thing that I'm gonna give A Marie her flowers.
As you should. Queen A.
Every episode, though.
I love A Marie.
It ain't every episode. It's like every other episode. No, I'm playing.
As you should, though. No,
I love her. Like, she
gives it.
I love it. Like, listen, we just gonna talk about what she did with this album. Like,
come on with
it. She gave the girls the DC the go-go sound, and the game went crazy. She inspired Beyonce. Like, come on, don't play with her. Don't play with A. Marie. She's not the one. She came on that track with singing so aggressively. Nobody could ever sing one thing like her. That is a hard song to sing too. But she's way up there.
She had the go-go on All I Have too. Like, there's songs like Need You Tonight and Nothing Like Loving You and Can't Let Go. Ooh. Like, a lot of those songs
Taking Me There. That's my album.
Yes, a lot of those songs have the go-go elements there. She just didn't have go-go singles. You know, Why Don't We Fall in Love? Talking to Me.
She fucking hit that go-go with one thing. And honey,
she hit it hard.
Honey, that video, forever iconic. Like, she came in there, was strutting down the choreography
was
baby. She was like, let me show y'all something. Just took off that jacket, had the back tattoo, had the long flowing Korean hair and the makeup, baby, had them legs showing. A. Marie was doing it too.
It's so unfortunate that like her record label was trying to reject it. And I heard that they were, allegedly, saying alleged, that they're trying to give it to J-Lo. But I'm like, why?
I've heard that before.
Yeah, like I think the song was perfect the way it was. I know. Absolutely. I get it that it was very abrasive and it was new and it was unique. But once I heard it on the radio, I was like, "This is."
When that song came out, like that. Listen, how you knew that I loved this song was when I made a burnt CD, and it would go in order of my favorites. She was always number one, like that. I remember I made my mom a CD, and her and my dad's truck, and like I had a little spin. It had A. Marie, Nivea, Nicole Ray, like all of those during that time. Oh my gosh, and they loved it. They fucking loved that song. And I didn't think that my dad would like it, but because my dad was like this macho dude, but he loved that song. So that, I mean, A. Marie, I always give her credit here. She really showed us to believe in yourself, because she sent it to radio herself. Her label didn't even know that she did it. And it blew up because she believed in it. And that just shows you that you have to take a risk on yourself. And thank God that she did, because it became the biggest hit of her career. It's literally one of the top 10 singles of the decade.
Like, and it's in GTA 5.
Yes. Like, baby is getting those royalties as she should.
Yes. Get that bag, A.
Okay.
Love her. She is a queen. Love it. Y'all, that was fun.
Got one more.
Oh, is that my last one? Okay, that's my last one. Okay. I was gonna say, we're done yet? Right. Yeah.
That's right.
I'm gonna say So Amazing by Christina Milian.
Ooh. That is a good one. We didn't say Christina Milian. That's a good one.
Yes. I love Christina Milian. I think like her first three albums are so good. I think that they should have done so much better. Someone's calling me. Oh shit, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. I think they should have done so much better on the charts. I think that it's about time is a classic too. I think that even though they only released 2 singles from it, I just wish like that would have just taken off. She deserved so much better for her career.
Oh yes.
Go back to the screen.
You good. Okay, she freaking sang the Kim Possible theme song. Like, hello. Yeah. She did it. I love her. Like, I remember when Dip It Low dropped, like I was in love with the album cover. I remember she was in like the red bikini and she was like, was on all fours. I was like, girl.
Gorgeous.
Yes. And another one still to this day. That black don't crack, baby.
And I love, she had a single. It was, I don't even think it was on an album. I don't know where it's from, but she covered The Emotions. Oh shoot, what's that song called? I Don't Want to Lose Your I Don't Want to Lose Your Love. She covered that and there was a rapper on it and it was a vibe. Like, I love that song.
You gotta send that to me because I didn't.
Oh, okay, I will. I think Twist is on it, I think. If I remember correctly, but I definitely remember that song because that was slipping.
I need to get it together. How do I know about that? Okay, that's cool.
It was everything. I love her. I'm so glad you said her.
Yeah.
Definitely the 2000s were a time, like I think you said it best, Sonny. It was a time when there was an oversaturation of artists, but not an oversaturation of talent. Everybody was talented.
That's very well put. Yeah.
Yeah. Like everybody was so talented. It was easy to overlook people, but it wasn't hard to find people. Like we could find them easily and everybody Damn it, y'all. Okay, I gotta make a side note. Here's a runner-up that I didn't mention. I have to say Sierra Goodies. Goodies.
Okay.
Ooh,
Goodies. Yes. I have to give Sierra her flowers. We mentioned Sierra, but we didn't say single, so I just had to say Sierra. But on that note, where I was going was just so much talent and just what a time.
Sounds, you know,
yes.
Yeah. It was definitely a time for music back then.
Yes, and then just thinking about, you know, how we grew up in the 2000s, like it was before social media, but we had like MySpace, and I don't know if you guys remember this.
Do y'all remember Black Planet?
I never used that, but I heard of it. But there was something called ICQ. It was like an instant messenger. I used that like after school every day. There was like this blog called, it was Xanga, Xanga. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh, Xanga, yeah.
Xanga, okay, yes.
Yeah.
I used to make my little diary entry
Bevo
for
or
the
Bevo
day.
too? Is it Bevo or Bevo? Yeah, Bevo.
Oh, yes. That's a throwback. But yeah, I just remember like all of those. I'm just thinking about, you know, like we could, what's the word I'm looking for? Like we could be ourselves and we could have fun, but we were still relatively safe. Like we didn't have like, you know, like today's kids, like it's just such a crazy world. It's so different. And I can't imagine growing up in the social media era, you know, then like, it's crazy.
Yeah. I think like with us, us as kids, the kids are different these days because they don't try to hide shit. Like we at least like when we knew something was like not okay, we at least had like a certain kind of decency to kind of like okay, hide that. These kids do not give a single fuck. But it's also because social media has exposed so much. So everything is very overexposed now. Whereas just our time, it was more of a luxury. Like nothing's really a luxury anymore because you can have everything at your fingertips. We can tell this person, I don't want to say because you know she's gonna go off this machine here, Alexa, to kind of you know play a certain song, but you know it's just different. You know it's not the same anymore. We just have everything at our fingertips. So we're not like rushing to the TV anymore to watch 106 in Park. We're not rushing to get to this movie premiere. Like back in the days, people were cutting school to watch the Thriller music video. So it was like, it's not the same anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's same.
So what I have to know from you guys, what is one thing that you guys used back then? And you've already mentioned like the Walkman. What is something that you guys used back then that we don't have anymore?
Boombox.
Boombox.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Them old ass radios with the
yeah, I remember that.
Clock attached to it. Some of them.
Missed the BlackBerry phones, Razor phones.
I was just about to say, like I missed the BlackBerry and then the flip phones, like the Razors. Remember
Sidekicks?
Those?
Yes. Oh, they actually got a T-Mobile Sidekick purse. I just seen that Amazon.
That sounds dope.
I know.
That's cute.
Dude, God, it was.
You know, and I remember like the TV. Yes, comics. I was gonna say like TV shows that we used to watch are just so different. Like you know, back then we had like
one.
Yes, one. That's So Raven.
Yeah,
sister.
Yes. You know, One-on-One is about to go off of Netflix, by the way. I just saw that the other day.
It wasn't getting watched enough.
I don't know, but I'm so salty.
I watched the shit out of Girlfriends. Like crazy. I watched Girlfriends.
I love Girlfriends. I love Girlfriends. I'm so mad that it hasn't had a proper ending.
We've been talking about that forever. The world they just need to give us our just due and give us that ending. Give us that ending. Make sure Tony, everybody, the original cast is all there. We need everybody involved.
Yes.
Please give us that ending. Please give us a big movie.
Yes, and do it quickly because people are passing. Like we need to do this.
100%. And then you had like The Best Man came back and gave us The Holiday, and then they gave us the series to kind of that was perfectly done. It took a long time in between, but now that I've gotten to see the entire story, I'm actually glad they did it that way.
Yeah, they took their time.
It worked out perfect because the movie itself, like, it was a very, very good movie. It came out in 99, and it was like this really great iconic Black movie. Like when you think of like the top like 25 Black movies of all time, The Best Man is definitely in there, if not top 15, top 20. So it's like when they came out with The Holiday and they kind of finished off the story with the series, you know, it was like, this is excellent. So if Girlfriends could just get that same, you know, energy, same budget, same like whole vibe, like give them their closing. Give them their
absolutely, because they've brought back Sex in the City. They have just like that. So why can't we get? Come on, we just want a special something. That's all we need. We don't need a series. Just give us a proper ending. Give us a movie.
What's
that?
Oh. I was saying I wouldn't be mad if they brought back Friday.
But see, it wouldn't be the same. Yeah, it wouldn't be the same because we not only have we lost Pops, but we lost
AJ Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why I'm
and Bernie Mac.
See how they would do a twist.
So many people.
What would they do?
See, I don't want to know what they would do. I want to know what they would do with the beer. We've lost too many people. Like Tiny Lister, you know, Tiny like Lister's Debo. Gone. Come Debo's on now. How you gonna have Friday without Debo?
Yeah, a lot of that cast is gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, Chris Tucker should have stopped playing back then and we could have had it. He was taking too long.
Right.
Did he have like an ultimatum, like, you know, whether you want to do next Friday or you want to do Rush Hour? I think because it was around the same time. So I don't know. Interesting.
And it's like, we can't ever have nothing. We would have rather had Friday than Rush Hour. How many Rush Hours are you going to do? Like, it's the same plot each time.
But the check was bigger. Come on now.
But look, this is for the people. This is going to last longer. It's the longevity.
It's the check for me.
It's going to mean more.
Around that time, we had like that, like, so a lot of like the whole, because we had Cradle to the Grave. We had, was that with Jet Li as well, right? Was it?
Yeah.
And then you had Romeo Must Die. Then you had the Rush Hours. Like we were really like kind of like merging with like the Asian culture, like Black and Asian culture at the time. And I love that whole like time frame of those movies. Because first of all, Aaliyah and Jet Li's chemistry.
But you know what?
So beautiful.
I'm so mad that they didn't kiss.
You know, did you ever notice that? I heard they did, but they took it out of the movie.
Really?
Yeah, I heard.
I wonder why. Did. You think it's like the race thing, like interracial?
I don't know.
Because it's like that was still 2000. But
I mean, Aaliyah was of age, so that wasn't a big thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I think that they wanted. Aaliyah said something about wanting to leave it to the imagination and not like give it. Yeah, exactly. Give it right away. They thought it was just in best interest to kind of keep it, you know, clean.
But to your point,
I think Kiss would be great.
They definitely had great chemistry. But it just always, for me, I was like, but why didn't they kiss? Like, it would have been on fire. Like, kiss her, Jet Li. That's Aaliyah.
Okay.
They were so cute though. The one scene, he's like, "I missed you." It was just so cute.
I love
too adorable. Movie. I was like, "Oh,
I love it."
Yeah,
I love Aaliyah. She was our princess for real.
She's my second favorite under Janet. Like she's right up there. Like that's the Red album was the first album that I received as a kid. Like that was the first one I got actually a cassette tape. It was like right after she passed.
Cassette tapes, yes.
Yeah, that was the first album my mom bought for me. I was devastated. Like I was a huge fan.
Remember.
I was boiling and bawling in tears. Like my mom was just consoling me, like, "Oh my god, like you know, you have to cry like you knew her personally." And I'm like, she really meant a lot.
That's the impact she had on us. Yeah, she was so relatable.
She meant
personable.
so much to me. Yes,
I love it.
100%.
I love it.
Her and Tupac. Yes.
And rest in peace to all the kings and queens. You know, Biggie, Pog, Big L, Left Eye, Aaliyah. So many, Whitney, Michael Prince.
Aaliyah and Tupac, I definitely took some time off of school. I definitely stayed home. Like I was sick. Yeah, couldn't function.
Yeah.
These kids. Okay, y'all. I'm about to wrap us up because these kids are hitting on the door. I'm so sorry. This doesn't ever happen.
No, you're all good. Yeah.
All right.
Trying to get all your attention.
1 second.
Yeah, tell us.
But listen,
yeah, before we wrap things up, Sonny,
yes,
about your event.
Oh, so yeah, Arion's my girl. Arion is a former WWE wrestler, formerly known as Cameron. She is a wrestler, a businesswoman, an actress. The woman is the queen of all trades, and I love her so much. She said, "Hey, I have this idea for a luxury wrestling event, and I want to know all of what you want, what you're thinking. Like, give us ideas. Tell me what you want to do. I'm down if you're down." And we've always had a great vibe. I've always looked to her as an inspiration to me, as as a friend and as a colleague, and just as a performer. And she's just super, super, super smart. So I'm just looking forward to like seeing how this plays out. And yeah, no, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be at LA. I forgot the name of the club, but
I think it's Heart Club, right?
There it is. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Yeah, it's gonna be at Heart in LA.
Okay.
Definitely come out. Like, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Also, we have a pay-per-view event. That's the show's gonna air, like, I think a week or two after. But I'm super, super excited. We're not gonna tell you all the matches that's gonna happen.
Okay.
You'll just have to come see it for yourself.
Oh, I love it.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah.
When is it?
It is next Thursday. It's called Thursday Night Pound Town. Just like
okay.
Hey, you got
okay.
Up in here now.
I love it. Well, first of all, I love. I'm gonna say her name wrong. I'm so sorry. Is it Arion?
Arion, yes.
Arion. Okay. I don't know why I don't know. That's a simple name to pronounce. I don't know if it's Arion or Arion. So anyway, but yes, I love her. She actually follows me, so I adore her. First of all, she's so beautiful. I love wrestling. Gorgeous. And I love the Funkadactyls. Like, I fell in love with them when they first came out.
Me too. I knew all the moves. I knew all the choreography.
Honey. Yes.
So Trin and I are really good
love her too.
Yeah, I have such a great relationship with them both, and I just love them. They have done so much for just me. I don't even think they realize it too, but they're both incredible humans, and I'm just so excited to see where this goes.
They definitely are. They definitely deserve more credit for being Black women in wrestling. Like, especially, I mean, Ariane on the modeling side, like as a beautiful woman who is making boss moves with her businesses, and then Trinity is still active. Like, she's the knockout women's champion. And I love her moveset. Like, I love both of them. Those are my girls. Shout out to you, Trinity and Ariane. Love you guys so much. And thank you for following me. I did that out there. I love them. But yes, I'm so excited for you. Like, that is so much fun. We are so happy that you're continuing your career. That's going to be so much fun. And I love the Heart Club. So I'm definitely going to have to make it out there at some point. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you. Wait, okay, so I have a question. So you guys all run the page together? Because I've seen several different people like on live. All right, so there's several. There's
different people. We're a part of it. We run this podcast. Jamar is the host and the owner of it. And then we are the hosts of the podcast, and we're the talent on the talent side. And then we have other people that we're involved with that are involved in the channel, and we do most of the interviews, and we just. We just all combine our nostalgic, what do you want to call it? Like superpowers and just energy. And
I'm here for it. I
just connect. It. So yeah, but Jamar is the head honcho in charge.
Okay, well, that's fair, and I appreciate you guys for having me on. And
absolutely,
I had a great time. Like, I could talk about this stuff all day long. I was just thinking too, like as we were wrapping up, I'm like, damn, I didn't talk about TG4. I didn't talk about like Tira Marie. Like,
yes, love them. I love it. And you definitely, like, clearly you are real nostalgic, because you're throwing out people that when I mention them, like, they'll be like, who? Yes, love it.
We need to do like the dark side of the 2000s with Sonny.
All right. Listen.
Okay.
I know.
Call your girl up, because I knows my stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, fooling us.
Before we are done, please let us know where we can all follow you so we can support you and be a part of what you're doing.
I am at Sonny Kiss XO on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and that new app Threads. If you want to follow me there too.
Love it.
Yeah, no, that's about it for now. I'm like I say, I'm no longer with AEW, but it won't be the last time you'll see me on television. I'll just say that. So, yeah.
Well, we're excited, and honey, you going up, so that's okay. That's okay. Love to see it, and we're just excited to connect with you and love your energy. And we've had a blast. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. We look forward to the next time.
There will be a next time. There has to
Absolutely.
be. We haven't covered everything.
Yes, and we are going to follow you right after we're done. So look forward to that. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for listening. This has been so much fun. Please follow Sonny Kiss.
Came on. I didn't know that was gonna do
I love that.
I didn't know that was gonna happen. Wait, so you just wait, let me try it again. Oh, there it is.
Sonny got the magic touch. Is it working?
That's so weird. How's that?
Crazy.
It might be your lighting. So you gotta find the lighting, the certain part of the light. Okay, there it is. Try to get closer to the screen and like it might work. I don't know. It's weird. No. Might be a little too close.
It's because you the queen of hearts.
Right.
No way.
You the love. You got you're Sonny Kiss, so you got the.
I think this might work too. Does this work too? And they have something with peace signs. I don't know, maybe. There's usually like it'll be like something that'll go on the screen. Oh, there it goes.
I love it.
See,
we don't have the magic.
That's
you
so
got
weird.
It. We got to stay connected to you because you got the magic. I love it.
Right.
I'm here for it. I love it.
Like Kaya always says, love signal.
I love it, y'all. Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode. Please follow Sonny Kiss at Sonny Kiss XO everywhere that you are trending and everywhere that you are on social media. Thank you so much for being here with us. This has been another episode of the 90's Babies podcast, the official 90's Babies podcast, excuse me, where we go over everything nostalgic. And until next time, much love and take care. God bless. Thank you so much.